Hello, I hope you're doing wonderful today. At this video, I like to talk about astral parasites. I have talked about this in other videos before, but somebody asked me to explain more about what a astral parasite is. Now, to talk about astral parasites, first we need to understand that we humans are a creation, and I call that a human farm. We humans has been created genetically by very advanced entities. Now, they did not create us to live in a beautiful garden like the religion of Christianity lie in that book they make, that God create human in his image to put it in a beautiful garden and just relax there and have a good time. That was never the case. These very advanced entities, you can call them gods, you can call them extraterrestrials, whatever you want to call them, don't make any difference. They create humans with one purpose only, and that was to make their life easier. It's just like we humans. We create tractors, we create lawnmowers, we create machines to wash our clothes, and as we go in our technology better and better, now we have computers, and now we are beginning to create robots using AI, artificial intelligence. And who knows how far we will get. But the only reason we create these things is not to have them in a special garden. We create them to serve us. We create them to make our life easier, supposedly. These very advanced entities create humans for exactly the same purpose. We are biological robots. We are a human farm, and we are still being a human farm up to today. Now, they use our energy. The energy we create with our feelings of happiness, with our feelings of sadness, with all our feelings, we create energy that they use and they need. What do you think that is always horrible things happening in the earth? What do you think that always is a war going on, where millions of people suffering and millions of people scared? What you think is that we have horrible disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, to promote that energy. And the more energy they need, the worse things get, to get the human farm to produce what they need. That is our energy. What do you think that when we die, they send us back over here in what we call reincarnation, to keep serving the purpose that we have been created. We are just for them just like cows, chickens, pigs for the humans. No difference. And they use our energy every single hour of the day. And some of them, not only that, some of them see humans as cows, like we see cows, for slaughter them and get their meat. Well, that is another subject that we can go on deeper in another day, but the astral parasite is just like a parasite in the farm of the cows. We humans has a farm with cows because we will benefit out of their milk, out of their meat, but in that farm is parasites. Well, in the farm, in the human farm, is also parasites that feed out of our energies also. They practically steal energy from the very advanced entities that genetically create humans. And these astral parasites, they will attach to a human through certain behaviors, and they start feeding out of that, and they will bring more circumstances similar of what that person is living to keep creating the energy that these astral parasites live off. For example, if somebody begin to feel fear and allow himself to become a very fearful person, then an astral parasite that feeds out of that energy will attach itself to that human and start feeding out of that lower energy. And this astral parasite will begin to bring to that person circumstances in her or his life to create more fear. Or some people begin to feel they allow the astral parasite to come in their life of lack of anything. Can be lack of love, lack of money, lack of health, you name it. The astral parasite that feeds out of that energy will begin to create circumstances in the life of this person to keep repeating the cycle over and over. That is why people that don't know this, they live the same miserable life year after year, and they don't understand why. They don't understand that when they was kids or in certain moment in their life, they allowed an astral parasite to come to their life and start feeding. For example, some humans, they suddenly in certain moment of their life, they like to become miserable. And maybe was just an act at the beginning, like a child acting like he's crying to get the attention of the parents. And when the child realized that if he cries, the parents give them attention, then the children think, well, that works. Then he or she begin to practice the act of crying and being the victim. But at the beginning, it's only an act. But eventually, as this child grows and become an adult, turn into a reality in the life of this person. They become the martyrs. We all know people that is martyrs, and no matter what they do, they always end being the martyrs. And they really are, because they have attracted to themselves a parasite that feeds out of that energy, and this parasite will keep bring in experiences to this person to keep this person feeling like a martyr, because that's what the astral parasite feeds, that energy, and it's a vicious cycle over and over. Same thing with poverty, sickness, sadness, and all those lower energies that vibrate in certain frequency where these astral parasites feed. Of course, religion will never teach this to anybody, because religion is an astral parasite. Religion is an astral parasite that, with the belief, what this astral parasite uses is the belief of people, and they feed on that energy. And sadly, it's millions of people putting out that energy every day, the energy of religion. And if you have been involved in religion, you know that that religion, that way of living has his feeling, his energy. Well, that is the energy that these astral parasites of religion feed off. And millions of people are infected by the astral parasite of religion, and they live their lives in chains, mentally and emotionally and spiritually sick, because they think they're going to heaven. They believe all these lies that this astral parasite has made them believe, and they will go on with that until the day they die. But the reason I am talking about this is because I want you to start thinking, and just think about it. You don't have to believe me. This is not about believing. This is about you using your brain and think. If what is happening in your life that you don't like and keep repeating and repeating over and over, and no matter what you do, you always find yourself in there, is because you have an astral parasite that is manipulating everything in your life to keep you there, because he benefits out of the energy of disappointment, out of the energy of sadness, out of the energy of fear, and all those bad energies that you're putting out. These astral parasites are feeding, and they want to keep feeding. And they will keep bringing to your life people and circumstances to keep creating over and over what you don't want. I want you to take a moment in your life, and out of all the people that will hear this, if one benefit out of this, I'm happy. I know about it. I don't need to explain this to anybody really, but I'm doing it because I see that people get benefit out of what I'm doing. Then I'm getting energies, positive energies out of that. Then I am sharing this knowledge. It's astral parasites, they feeding out of you, and you need to free yourself from them if you want to have a different life. And besides that is the very super advanced entities that create humans. and they didn't create you to be the maximum creation of God. They create you for a purpose, and the purpose is to benefit them. And they keep using the whole entire human race. We are a human farm. Stop just being like the cows, always your head down, feeding. Stop for a minute and look up and realize what is happening if you want to change your life. If you like this video, subscribe and like. And in that way, I can keep sharing this knowledge with you and others. And share the video if you think other people need to hear this. Free yourself. Come out of the box. Think outside the box. In the meantime, my friends, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again.